Hey Raccoons, Mr. Curtis here. Thank you for making the commitment today to taking your ACT Secure exam. This is a big day. It's an opportunity for you to think a little bit about your college readiness journey. You've heard it before. We are career ready, college ready, and life ready. We are working towards our goals. We have 704 days in high school, and some of you are about halfway through, and you freshmen are a quarter way through. It's going fast. So today is an opportunity for you to assess your college readiness. Regardless of what you know your plans are, or if you're still trying to figure it out for after graduation, which is totally okay, this is a day for you to see where you stand up against your peers, not only here at Commonwealth High School, but across the world. So today, you'll take your exam, do the best that you can, and then in the next month or so, we're going to start to sit down, assess where you're at, and set goals for your future. If you know you want to go to a four-year school and you're not quite up to par, then it's time to commit and get working on how you're going to fill the gaps to make sure you get the best ACT score possible when you take it junior year. If you at this point in time don't think you want to go to a four-year school, that's fine. There's plenty of other options, military, WCTC, workforce, whatever it is. However, don't shut doors. You don't know what might trigger your passion or interest as you continue this high school journey. All right, we're Raccoons. We're grounded, committed, and accountable. You're here today to assess where you're at in your college readiness journey. Then, after today, you're going to make a commitment. Either way, you're going to want to improve from where you're at because you're learning more every single day. So hold yourselves accountable to your dreams and your goals. Take this next step. Take this exam seriously because it's an important part of your journey and will help you through that. Speaking of accountability, make sure you pay attention to Ms. Anders, who will talk through the testing structures today and the expectations and behavioral guidelines. These are expectations we all need to follow to maintain the integrity of the tests. So, take a deep breath. You know what you know. Read through the questions. Take it seriously. We're incredibly proud of you, Raccoons, and enjoy your afternoon off.
Hey Raccoons, I'm Mrs. Anders. I'm organizing your testing day today. So freshmen and sophomores, you're going to be taking the Pre-ACT Secure. That's an online assessment on your Chromebook. Sophomores only, you are also going to be taking the Wisconsin Forward exam that assesses your knowledge and skills in the social studies. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be walking you through exactly what your day is going to look like, and then I will also tell you procedures that you need to follow to make sure that you can do your best and you can be your best in this exam. So remember, focus on your goals for the future and the rest will fall into place. Good luck, everybody. Okay, Raccoons, let me walk you through our schedule for the day. So at 7:20, you should be seated in your classroom, and then we're going to take attendance and do some directions. Then at 8 o'clock, you're going to start your very first part of the Pre-ACT Secure. You'll be taking your English test, followed by your math test. Then we're going to have a 15-minute break in the gym lobby if you're testing at main campus. If you're testing at East today, you're going to take a break in the East Cafe. Following the break, there's going to be a reading test and a science test. And then if you are a freshman, you do get to go home for the day. Otherwise, if you are a sophomore, you will have a 10-minute break in the gym lobby if you're testing at main campus, or you'll have a 10-minute break at East Cafe if you're testing at East. So again, students in grade 9 may go home at this time, or if you're staying here with us, you can definitely stay in the South Cafeteria 150. We'll have lunch available for purchase there, and you can study or you can socialize in South Cafeteria 150. So the Wisconsin Forward exam, that's for sophomores only. That will start promptly at 11:10, so make sure you're back in your classrooms at that time. This will be a two-part exam. It will measure your knowledge and skills in social studies. So you will get a testing ticket from your proctor. Make sure to do both parts of the exam. So that means when you're done with part 1, you use your code, plug it in a second time, and do part 2. Your test will end at 12:30 p.m. If you have extended time, you may be staying later. However, everybody else is going to be released at 12:30. If you're done early, you still won't be released early. You do have to stay until 12:30 to make sure that this is the best testing environment possible for everybody. So after 12:30, when everybody's released, then you can leave campus, or you can choose to eat or socialize or study in that main cafeteria 150. Food will be available there for you. So, all right, so next part I'm going to go over is the behavioral expectations for the Pre-ACT Secure and the Forward exam. I want to make sure that you know these procedures so that you don't get disqualified or that your score doesn't get canceled. I want to make sure all your hard work is worth it today. So cell phones, if you haven't already, please turn those off. Please put those in the wall pockets in the classroom until you are dismissed for the day. You cannot access them at all during breaks. You cannot access them at all during the test. So please make sure those, as well as smartwatches, earbuds, and all other electronics are totally turned off and in your backpacks or in the wall pockets until you are dismissed for the day. Those Chromebooks, make sure those are muted and they're set to the testing application only. Close your Chromebooks when you are done testing. And then the testing room, do your best and be your best. Listen to and follow your proctor's instructions. Make sure you're on time and stay in your seat until time is called for the test. As far as snacks and drinks, just keep those nut-free snacks in your backpacks and consume those outside the testing room during the designated breaks. If you're at main campus, the break will be in the gym lobby area. If you're at East Campus, it'll be in the East Cafe. Make sure you keep those water bottles in your backpacks and take a drink during the designated break time. If you have to use the hallways, just make sure that you get permission from the proctor to use the restroom. There's only one student allowed out at a time. But remember, you don't get time back if you use it. So just make sure to use the restroom during breaks if possible. Make sure you're quiet in the halls because we are using every single classroom at East Campus and conference room, and we're using every single classroom and conference room at main campus. Just make sure to be respectful of others still testing. Remember, there will be testing going on the entire school day. So if you have a designated break time, make sure to take that break time in the gym lobby at main campus or at East Cafe if you're testing at East. As far as materials, you should already have this with you, fully charged Chromebook and charger. If your Chromebook doesn't make it throughout the day, then let your proctor know and your proctor will let you go to the rec in order to exchange it for a newly charged device. You may have pencils for use on your scratch paper, and your scratch paper will be your test ticket, which your proctor will give to you shortly to start your exam. You will need your student ID card in order to be checked into the exam, and you'll need an ACT approved calculator for the math section only of the pre-ACT Secure. So if you're not doing math, that calculator needs to be under your seat. So as far as test security, please keep those test questions and answers to yourself. Do your own work. Keep your eyes on your own computer screen. Work only on the designated test section and maintain a quiet testing environment free of disruption. So just make sure to allow everybody to do their best in this test. Thanks, Raccoons.